Good morning everyone, it is 10:15 right now. I'm on my way to the gym because I've got 3 clients back to back, so I'm quite busy. After that I'm gonna train myself. Like I told you yesterday, I'm probably need to take a break of sprinting for now. Not sure if I can finish my challenge, but you know, at the end of the day, that's what challenges are for, to challenge, to see if you're able to do it or not. But it's not a big deal. I mean, I'm not gonna go into the corner and cry now, but anyway, yeah, so that said, I'm gonna be hitting upper body, doing, you know, a mixture of body weight training and handstand training, and then we'll see how it goes. So now it's time for coffee. I'm gonna show you a really cool street in London. If you ever come here, you need to walk through something called Gloucester Place Moose, I think that's what it's called. Morning. So here you can see, it's a really nice street and you can see these houses here. I just want you to give it a guess of what you think, how much they are. Just please bear in mind, you just see that gentleman who walked past me. He just said hello to me, which is in London very, very uncommon, but that should give you a notion of what kind of people live here and how much these houses are. So we're basically in the center of London. And the thing is, they're not really big. But one of these houses, something like this, is between, I would give a guess, right now, maybe 5 to 8, even 10 million pounds. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of money you pay for housing in London, in the center of London. So, you know, if it's like a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house, you really pay a lot of money for it. That was a little notion on the side. If you ever come to London, walk through this street because it's really nice, as you can see here, right? This is what happens when you talk too much, you walk too far. So I've missed my spot, so I need to go back to actually go to work now. But we're gonna go to a coffee shop now. What do you think? Costa, Starbucks? Costa, Starbucks? Leave a comment, which one is better? Yeah guys, I just got home. I'm gonna have a bit of a rest, gonna have a bit of a sleep, and then I need to edit the video, so see you in a bit. What is the freaking time? The time is, you see all the Instagram pictures. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, do that now, boom! Because I'm posting a picture every day. Anyway, let's move on. Jeff, a la Katara. Jeff, man. My camera needs to fucking zoom in right. Okay, here we go. So Jeff is asking, he's saying, well, is your shoulder slightly lower than the other? Because that's how it looks like. Because mine is, and he wanted to know if it's normal or not. No, it's not normal. So what happened is, this shoulder, if you can look at it, I'm not sure if you can see it. I mean, it's not really visibly lower, but you've got these, let me show you. 1 second. Boom, glasses on. Can you see this little thing here? And you got it here on that side as well. This is a little bit of an anatomy lesson. So I'm using this app, which is called Anatomy whatever. And what I want to show you is that this bone here, which you can see here, it's called clavicle. And at the very end here where the shoulder is, let me see if I can zoom this in. Yeah, you can see this green bit, that's a joint. And that's where you can see this bump coming out. Some people have it sticking out a bit more, some people have it a bit less. We've got a couple of bands in here as well. you know, the like ligaments and stuff which hold these two bones together with your scapula at the back, like your shoulder blade and stuff. Not going to go too much into this, but these two bones, you know, you can have a look in the mirror, and if they are uneven, then your shoulder is also uneven. Now what happened with me when I was younger, I had a snowboard accident. I basically fell into snow and hit my shoulder here, and I ripped two of these bands, which is called TOSSY 2. And the doctor actually said you will never be able to raise your arm over your head again. Fuck you. Well, I can. I remember what he made me do. This was so fucking painful, because after the injury, to make sure that you have that, they give you weight in the hand, and then you get your x-ray done. So you stand there with the weight in your hand, pulling this down, basically straight after the injury, and I'm like, fucking hell, I can nearly, you know, now if it isn't ripped off yet, then it's for sure ripped off now. But that's the way they do it, to figure out what's going on in the shoulder. So they pull this down, and then the gap gets bigger and they can see what's going on. Anyway, that said, that might be the reason why you have different or uneven shoulders, but generally speaking, you should be, you know, you should have sort of an evened out shoulder. If not, you might see that you think uneven shoulders are also when you do pushing exercise over your head. You might be pushing one arm slightly higher than the other, and you do something like this, so you push up and you always go like that. So one arm extends fully, the other doesn't. That's why you saw me in the 500 rep challenge when I did my warm-ups, do all these rotational exercises and overhead pressing and lateral sort of raise and so on, with very low weight, so to get the joint sort of moving and, you know, be able to then sustain heavier loads. So that's basically it. I hope that answered your question. Now you know a bit more about my freaking shoulder. Alright, next question comes from Mohammed, and he's saying, well, do you think it's healthy to bulk for 3 weeks, cut for 1 week, and is it also true that 3,500 calories equal 1 pound of fat? And if that is true, he has like a 2,300 calorie maintenance, and he wants to go to 1,800 calorie cutting a week, which will then end up in his calculation of 1 pound a week. And nice socks, bro. Why are you looking at my socks? Are you a weirdo? Okay, so let's tackle this step by step. Now this 3,500 calories per pound of fat is sort of, you know, it has now become common knowledge. It's not exactly true, it's just a number which has been hyped, and it varies from 3,300 to 3,700, you know, if you are very specific. But then, now when it comes to weight loss, our body just doesn't function like that, and I was proving this on this channel now, you know, with my 500 and with my 1,000 rep challenge, that it's not just fat you're losing. And if you're, let's say, on a cut for exactly these 3,500 calories in a week, like 500 a day, that's sort of where this whole 500 idea comes from. Our bodies just don't work like that. If you followed me, you will see that one day you lose a bit more, then you lose a bit less, and it's not just fat you're losing muscle, you're losing water. You're, you know, there's so much stuff which your body holds on to. Might be even a bit of, let's say, poo, right, in your gut. Because, for example, if you eat a lot of meat, that's stuck into your intestines. So if you go to a colon cleanse, all of a sudden you might have lost 3 or 4 kilos just shit hanging around in your gut. You know, I'm just being a bit outspoken today. But it's true. That's what boxers, that's what models do. Before they go into competition, they have a freaking colon cleanse, because they lose a lot of weight just by getting all that dump out of your gut. So that said, it isn't just, you know, a numbers game. Our body doesn't work like a thermostat. You turn it onto that sort of number and then you will lose it like that. It just ain't like that. And I hope you've seen that on my journey so far. Now let's talk about this bulking for 3 weeks and cutting for 1 week. That's very much this recomp diet idea, where you cycle between cutting and bulking in weekly cycles, or in 3 weeks 1 week, or 2 week 2 week, or even within a week or in a day. You know, there's so many different recomp diet ideas of how you can do this. Does it work? You know, who knows? It might work for some people, it might not work for others. The thing is, the best way of getting your body used to an environment, because your body is resistant to change. Your body loves homeostasis. You might have heard that word. It just means that your body and your hormones, once they get into balance, into a state where they like to be, that's why you hit plateaus, for example, because your body got used to an environment and really likes it. Now, hitting a plateau, like for me it's 90 kg, getting below 90, all of a sudden you've seen it, it's easier for me to lose weight again, because my body's very comfortable around that sort of weight. And you might have experienced that yourself. So the best way I think of doing it is put yourself into an environment where your body knows what's going on for an extended period of time. That's why you do like also the cuts for longer periods of time, like 2 to 3 months and 2 to 3 months of bulking, just because you know, your body needs time to build muscle. Your body won't build muscle in 3 weeks and then you go onto a cut again. It just doesn't work that way. If you want to get the most out of it, and if this is a long-term approach, make sure you do this, you know, in cycles. That's why you have got something like macro, meso, and micro cycles in terms of sports science and training planning in terms of for coaches and so on. That's more specific, but these plans, they exist because we don't go into these short-term cycles. It sounds very much like a fad to me, and I wouldn't do that. So I hope that helped you. If you want any other question answered, leave a comment in the comment box below. I'm happy to answer those. As you've seen here, I'm always proactive with you. This is a dialogue, it's not a monologue. Therefore, if you'd like it, punch the like button, punch the freaking subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.